Is XRP poised for a massive rally as XRPL sees a 350% boom in payments? We're also going to talk about Bitcoin movement. No, not movement of Bitcoin itself, but the players in the industry. Mergers and acquisitions are happening, along with how important is crypto to the voters this year. I've got some shocking stats to share with you. XRP price action at the end, along with what's hot and what's not in crypto. And why am I wearing a headlamp? Well, that's because in 9 days from now, I am going to be doing a nighttime race. That's right. Put your headlamps on, your warning lights on, your hydration packs. Let's go racing, ultra marathon style. And we're started off with viewer comments because yes, you matter most. And don't worry, I will put the headlamp away. Steph Yosina says, WIF will beat XLM's market cap soon. I own both. Glad I sold 25% of my XLM and put it into other coins. Yes, XLM has been a complete pile of dog crap here in the crypto space. One of the worst performing in the top quarter. Let's get to price and then some crypto news that I know you want to hear. By the way, if you dig this kind of content, drop me a comment. You can click on the like button, subscribe if you haven't, or any other crap that makes you feel good this Tuesday morning. Bitcoin sitting at 68,162, ETH 3887, BNB we're close to 600 here. I don't mind that kind of action. XRP 53 cents. Look at ICP hovering right around the $12 mark. How much is left in the ICP pump? Let me know in the comments down below. H-bar fans, let me know if you're here as well, because I know Frankie's in the house and Frankie loves his H-bar. XLM talked about a little bit, 10.8. I told you it's not melting faces or setting the world on fire. Caspa's at 14 cents, but let's now talk about some good action happening in the market. Now, mergers and acquisitions. This is a good thing. Seriously, for all of you watching right now wondering, is the market becoming healthier? Yes. Yes, it is. Why? Because companies with cash are able to buy companies that are struggling. So instead of a struggling company falling below, right, falling away, crumbling, they're getting some support. Bitcoin miner Riot Platforms eyes Bitfarms acquisition in nearly a $1 billion deal. According to a recent report by Bloomberg, the proposed acquisition underscores the ongoing consolidation in the Bitcoin mining sector. Now, the Bitcoin mining sector, the reason there's consolidations is why? Because when the halving happened, that meant these mining companies would put the same amount of work in and get paid half. So imagine if you put the same 40-hour work week in, or 50 as most of us are working more, and you only got half your money back. So yeah, these companies that are now getting half the revenue because of the same amount of work, well, they're in some financial trouble. And guess what? The companies that have money, like Riot, they're buying them out. Meanwhile, Riot's bid for Bitfarms, valued at just under $1 billion at $950 million, positions the combined entity as a dominant force in Bitcoin mining globally. I like that. And honestly, you should like that. Why? Because consolidation is a good thing. There's so many darn cryptos on this old heat map that you know we would love to see some consolidation in this space. Let's keep learning. Crypto investors flock to Pepe, Dog with Hat, and here's why they're winning big. By the way, Dog with Hat up 825% in the year. It's all about open interest. It's crucial to note that their rise amongst investors is also visible in the crypto leverage market, where traders either go long or short on their prices. We're talking about open interest. Pepe is leading the charge with nearly 812 million in open interest. That's about half of Solana's 1.7 billion. So you're going to take some Pepe action and say the open interest on Pepe, where's Pepe at? Right here. Pepe is half of Solana. So think, for those of you out there that are like, bro, meme is all going to go to zero. Meme is junk. Meme is garbage. Meme is holding its own. In fact, I'm seeing and reading about some of you, Steph being one of them, saying, guess what? WIF will beat XLM's market cap soon. Glad I sold some of my XLM and put it into other coins. People are getting out of some of the utility and going to meme because they're following the money. And that's what we have to ask ourselves. Why are we here? Are we here to go and pick up crypto and Web3 tail? I don't know. Maybe some of us are. Maybe some of us are floating around going, yo, babe, want to see the balance on my ledger? I bet it's going to make you moist down there. Better yet, do you want to see how much I have locked up in my hard wallet? And like, you emphasize hard because you're trying to pick up chicks with your crypto balance. I mean, but seriously, are we in this for the money, or are we in this for picking up chicks? If you're in it for picking up chicks, then maybe this video isn't for you. But if you want to put some juicy money in your pocket, well then damn. You got to follow the money, girlfriend. All right, let's talk about this election coming up, because a lot of you out there have been thinking, how strong is crypto, and is it strong enough to sway this election? Well, I've got some new stats to share with you on a brand new poll that was held. And as always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, will be linked in the description below. No, you're not going to be seeing videos with me racing with my headlamp on. Instead, what are you going to be doing? You're going to be seeing what you see up on the screen. 1 in 3 U.S. voters said they'd consider a political candidate's position on crypto before voting. Okay, that's not bad. 1 out of 3 people would be like, yo, what's this person's stance on crypto before I vote? That's actually very strong. That's way stronger than the last election. Here's another good one. People talk about, oh, wait till adoption. Guys, we already know about crypto. Listen to this. Almost everyone surveyed, 98% had heard of Bitcoin. Last election, we were nowhere near that high of a number. Several voters also mentioned Ether, with only 46% of respondents saying they've never heard of it. That's Ethereum. A little over 17% of the voters having interest in Bitcoin, almost as high as those report owning bonds, and higher than those that own ETFs. So you've got more people into BTC than bonds and ETFs. This is great. This is great news for all of us, because you know what? We might have a little bit of political sway in this election. Like I said, I think this election is early for political action when it comes to crypto, because we got other big things to deal with, right? We've got inflation to worry about. We got a little bit of Middle East tension. We've got some economic concerns here. And think last time, you know, they brought up a little something when it came to dealing with people's bodies, and that caused a lot of stir of attention during election time. But crypto is gaining traction. Speaking of things gaining traction, XRP Ledger sparks an unprecedented 350% rally amid payments boom. Whoa, girlfriend, that's a big rally. Will it lead to price action? Well, let me share some stats with you, and then you tell me. Because I've got a bunch of you in the comments and a bunch of you viewing right now. By the way, hello to you, and happy Tuesday to you. I hope your Memorial Day went well. And thank those of you that served, along with those of you that served and have fallen. According to the State of the XRP Ledger report released by Masari, XRP Ledger experienced a remarkable increase in payment transactions, rising 350% quarter over quarter to an average of over 2 million per day. That's really, really big. The dramatic increase in payments has had a substantial impact on the overall transaction scape of the XRP Ledger. Payments became the most common transaction type in the quarter, a role historically dominated by offer creates. Now, let's go to that ledger. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? This is what I've got payments up on the screen, okay? And I've got payments for the last year. Look, the boom in the first quarter went away. So what are we going to really be paying attention to? What's happening in the second quarter? So for those of you out there that are like, bro, it's not leading to any payment action. Yeah, it's not leading to payment action because when you look at the boom of payments, they started late December and basically faded out in March. So yes, the first quarter was a huge boom in payments. Some days seeing 3.5 million, some days seeing 5 million. But now we're only at 300,000 payments, 200,000, 374, 378. So if we go to just this last year, you can see that payments were big for the first quarter, but they've slowed down quite heavily. Now let's look at some more stats here. This is payment volume from one account to the other. That looks very stable. Number of unique addresses that were active as a sender. Check it out. We had the same thing. We had a huge boom with active accounts, and now the active accounts are way down. That's not good. So I understand this article is like, yo, XRP Ledger, massive boom in the first quarter. But girlfriend, you didn't tell the rest of the story is where the rest of the story is, guess what? It really cooled the F down in the second quarter. So check it out. Let's go first and second quarter of this year. All right, check it out. I've got it in January of 2024 right here, okay? So check it out. January 2024, look at this action, okay? Huge number of active accounts. 48,000, 44, 39. Now let's go to these last few weeks. 8,000, 10,000, 9,000, 12,000, 8,000, 7,000, 8,100, 9,100. So about a 75% drop. Go to XRP burned his fees. That's not exciting either. So for the people out there that are like, oh, bro, as they start burning more XRP, we're going to be rich. No, we're hardly burning shit at all. In fact, we only burnt 2,400 about a week ago. When Ripple dumps onto the market, they're dumping a billy. That's quite a few thousands in there. Number of transactions, same thing. Ever since the beginning of the quarter, we had a huge spike, and it's gone down dramatically since. even at the first quarter. We had a whole bunch of accounts being created, and now look, only 977 on the 25th, 880, not much action. Average number of transactions per same thing. The story is the same. There was a huge boom in the beginning of January, first quarter this year, and it has since gone down quite dramatically. So when people are out there going, yo, bro, where's the XRP price action with XRP performance? It's not there. Why? Well, number one, XRP performance, yes, was juicy in the first quarter, but now it's pretty much dead. I mean, think about it. You went from 365,000 payments like last week, just in one day, to in January, 5 million payments in one day. That's a big drop off. Unique addresses are down. XRP burned his fees is down. Number of transactions is down heavily. Number of successful transactions is down heavily. Number of accounts created is down heavily. Number of transactions per ledger is down heavily. Number of closed ledgers down as well. Yes, a nighttime race in 9 days. And I've got 3 headlamps, 2 wrist lamps. I've got tail lamps I have to wear, hydration pack, all sorts of goodiness, because I've got a 12-hour race overnight. Run as far as you can, winner take all. And I think I'm going to be going for the win along with a PB. Now, speaking of PBs, XRP ledger action, that's not setting any PBs, personal best, anytime soon. Was there a pump in the first quarter of this year with ledger activity? Oh my gosh, yes, there was. And a lot of us were excited. We were like, yo, this is juicy. We're really going to get some good action from this. Then all of a sudden, the second quarter of this year, it went down to like next to nothing. And all that excitement, all that boom, all that bullish just went away. So are we going to get XRP price action generated from XRPL? Not anytime soon, because the transactions just aren't there and everything is really fallen down. In fact, payments are like 90% down from the first quarter of this year. Unique addresses, pretty darn close to the same thing. Now, in terms of the Bitcoin miners out there acquiring stuff, this is healthy for the market. Mergers and acquisitions happen. Remember, Ripple as a company has also purchased people in part of their mergers and acquisitions. Ripple had money. There were others out there, especially that had money mover licenses that they wanted, that they were like, yo, you're struggling. We've got money. We can buy you. That's good. But that news benefits Ripple as a company and the private shareholders, not the XRP holders. And that's what a lot of us are waiting for. We're waiting for the news that's going to help XRP holders. Now, I understand that a lot of you out there are frustrated. You've been holding for a long time. You're like, bro, where's the movement on XRP? And I'm thinking the same thing. Bro, gal, chick, dudette, where is the movement? Well, it's not coming from XRPL. And honestly, are we going to see movement until the case is over? Now, regards to the election, and will the election have any impact on the case? Honestly, look, the case is its own thing. The election is its own thing. The worst thing that can happen right now for the election, for all of us across the globe, is the status quo in the United States, where the Senate stays controlled by one, the House stays controlled by one, and El Presidente is by one. That would be the worst case, because that would mean for at least 2 to 4 more years, we would have the same environment where Gary Gensler gets to run amok and just wreck the ever-living shit out of crypto. That's the deal, Lemon Peel. Now, what am I doing today? Well, I'm going to be doing a run in a little bit. I'm going to be working on more of my gear. I have to get everything ready, because if you do not have headlamps, you will get disqualified and yanked off the course for safety reasons. So I'm going to start going over all my gear, because it is 9 days until race day. I got to admit, my hamstrings are really tight. I did a very high quality speed session yesterday. I did a lot of work, and I did a lot of work during the heat yesterday, because I also have a heat acclimation race that I'm doing 4 weeks after that. It's racing season. This is a busy time. So my hamstrings, they're a little fried, but I am getting juicy sleep, and I am having some adult time on the back deck, which is helping me chill out and relax as well. Trick, shout out to you. But now it's your turn to tell me what you're doing in the comments down below. Are there any races or events that you're getting ready for here in the next couple weeks and months? Let me know and share it with the active community that we have on the channel, because you've seen chat is always lit on the streams. Comments are always lit down below. And I love reading them while I'm stretching them, hanging out, getting ready for my next race. So until I see you later today, you cool cats, guys and gals, have a great rest of your day.